Breastfeeding saves lives and gives babies the healthiest start to their lives. This National Breastfeeding Awareness Month, we discuss the life-saving benefits of mother's milk to infants. That on Health Matters. And we are joined today by Dr. Mikaela Erlinda Bucu, OB-GYN and breastfeeding advocate. Beautiful day, Doc Mika. That's what we call you.
Yes.
Good morning, Doc Mika.
Good morning, Doc.
So August is National Breastfeeding Awareness Month. First and foremost, Doc, why is it important to have, this awareness on breastfeeding?
Well, it's August we take August as a time to celebrate breastfeeding because we want people to be more aware of the benefits of breastfeeding, not just for the infant, but also for the
moms.
Moms, yes. And I think through the years we've already established the benefits of breastfeeding. This month we want to focus more on our role as the support to these nursing mothers. So breastfeeding is not easy. I think that's one of the myths that we want to bust, because nursing women get or new mothers get discouraged when they don't get it the first time. They expect the babies to know how to latch as soon as they come out. When actually it's babies are born with a reflex to look for the mother's breast, but they don't know how to actually latch onto the breast, and the mother, she needs to know the different positions to make breastfeeding efficient.
I feel like you need to blame Hollywood for this, because in movies you see how easy it is, diba? Parang the mother will just get the baby tapos automatic nagla-latch na. But that really doesn't happen in real life.
No, and that's where we healthcare providers come in, because we're here to support the mother, to make sure that the latch is correct, that the position is also comfortable for the mom. The focus is so much on the baby that we forget the mother also. So that's what we want to focus this breastfeeding month. And we just had the breastfeeding congress a few weeks back, and there were actually testimonials about the role of the father, the mother of the mother. So it was a very good discussion.
When we talk about Breastfeeding Awareness Month, that entails that may konting gap of knowledge that siguro the common people, the lay people, are surprised to hear about when they talk about breastfeeding. Akala na napakasimple, na nagla-latch on kagad, like you mentioned, but at the same time, even the benefits. So when you talk to all of these people who are not yet aware, as you go on your awareness campaign, what are the biggest things or the most common surprises that they have when you go and share about breastfeeding?
Well, the most common thing we get asked about breastfeeding is, first of all, is it supposed to hurt? Because especially during the first few months. So that's one thing we always correct. So if the latch of the baby is correct, there shouldn't be any pain. There is rawness, the feeling of rawness for the first 2 weeks, but after that, there shouldn't be any pain. So if there is pain, please approach any lactation consultant or any OB-GYN or pediatrician to help you with the latch. Other surprising things that we get asked, does the mother have to stop breastfeeding when she goes back to work? That's a common question. Well, the answer is no. Actually, the breastfeeding continues even when you do go back to the workplace. We already have a law that protects nursing mothers. They should be provided an adequate venue for breastfeeding for pumping at work, and also a break, a lactation, pumping break. And that's already in, I think, RA 128. So those are some of the things that we get asked a lot.
Doc Mika, how long should a woman breastfeed? And when you talk about breastfeeding, does it have to be exclusive breastfeeding? How long ba? Is there like a recommended number of months by the World Health Organization or
Yes,
UNICEF?
yes.
Okay.
So there is a recommended period for exclusive breastfeeding. So when we say exclusive breastfeeding, it means that breast milk is the only food that you will give your baby. So no water, no formula, no, I know it's common to give yung pinaghugasan ng bigas.
Yes, yung am.
So, yeah, the am.
the
So
am.
you don't need that. You don't need that.
Okay.
For the first 6 months, your breast milk is enough because baby's digestive system is still immature at this time, and breast milk is tailored to this immature digestive system.
Okay.
So they don't need any supplements for the first 6 months. So first 6 months, exclusive breastfeeding.
Okay.
Now after the 6th month, you can already start introducing solid food. So this is when complementary feeding, that's why it's called complementary feeding, because it's just, it's still breast milk. That's the main source of nutrients and energy for the baby, but you are already able to introduce solid foods. So we usually start off with soft vegetables and fruits that are steamed, and then this is carried on up to the first year of life. So again, exclusive breast milk only for the first 6 months, complementary feeding for the 6th month mark up to the 12th month mark, and then after that, you can give regular meals after the first year, and with breastfeeding to complete breastfeeding for 2 years. So that is the recommendation by the UNICEF. The first 1,000 days, that's what they call it actually.
Okay.
So it's from conception up to the 2nd year of life.
Well, just a bit of clarification, by the way, because you mentioned the RA. So it is the Expanded Breastfeeding Promotion Act 2009, or the RA 10028. So that's for people curious, you can look that up. But I also now want to touch on the fact that kanina na-mention natin that normally kapag breastfeeding yung pinag-uusapan, yung sanggol ang nagiging focus. Pero may
Yes.
mga benepisyo rin para sa mga nanay or even the people around the mom. So when we talk about that, what does that actually mean? Ano yung mga benepisyo nila, especially for yung immediate family that are supporting the mother as well?
Okay, so the benefits for the mother immediately after birth, when the baby latches, it encourages the release of a hormone, oxytocin. So we know this as the love hormone, but for obstetricians, oxytocin is our friend because it makes the uterus contract. So it makes it contract after delivery, preventing postpartum hemorrhage or bleeding after childbirth. So that's one of the main benefits of early latch and breastfeeding. Now, aside from this, breastfeeding burns a lot of calories. So mothers will, I don't want to, okay, I don't want...
Hindi siya fitness hack.
Hindi siya fitness hack.
Oo,
And
hindi bigla ko itong
some
breastfeed ka, may abs ka na.
No.
But kasi some
But
moms have observed that when they breastfeed, they lose weight.
They lose weight.
Yeah.
But I
Okay.
don't want to discourage some mothers kasi they come to me and they say, Doc, I thought I was gonna lose all the pregnancy weight.
Oh, may expectations na
So, may
ganon.
expectations.
Yeah.
So, of course, with proper diet also and
Of course.
physical activity, yes, you can reach your pre-pregnancy weight with
The help of breastfeeding.
with the help of
The
breastfeeding.
help of breastfeeding.
Yeah.
With the help, not
Not just
breastfeeding
purely
alone.
Not
Yeah.
solely breastfeeding.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Di babalik yung abs mo porket nag-breastfeed ka. Okay.
Unless mag-breastfeed ka, tapos nagka-crunches
Nagka-crunches.
ka,
Ang
di ba?
galing mo naman nun. Oh, I don't think that's a proper latching position, ha? Oo.
But Doc, you know, sa mga patients mo, what do you see na nagiging hurdles
For breastfeeding?
for breastfeeding? Kasi let's admit it, not all moms are able to breastfeed. What are the challenges, you know, that
I think
keeps them from...
it's the mindset. The mindset of it being difficult. So I don't discourage my patients, but actually my priming for breastfeeding starts even before they give birth. So I always tell my patients, don't worry about labor and delivery. That's the easy part. The harder part is after delivery, when you do breastfeeding and caring for the newborn.
Yeah.
Why? Because aside from the pain and all the discomfort that comes with breastfeeding, it's actually the feeling of being alone. Because you're breastfeeding in one corner, you see your husband sleeping soundly while you take care of your baby.
Okay.
So that's one of the challenges. And how do I remedy this or help them overcome these challenges? I involve the husband. So encouraging the husband to support the mother during breastfeeding is really a recipe for a successful breastfeeding journey.
Yeah.
And specifically how? Well, I tell my patients, okay, mommy is in charge of breastfeeding. That's the only job that you are in charge of.
Okay.
The rest would be the father, or perhaps if the father is not available, another family member.
Yeah.
So changing the diapers, burping, etc. should be the father's role so that the mother has time to rest and recover.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that helps them in terms of keeping their mental health intact.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Because that's what I usually hear, that it's such a lonely
It is.
job
Experience,
for
yeah.
the first
Yeah.
few months
Yeah.
after delivery.
Okay, so bilang lalaki, I can tell you right now, medyo I don't have the right to be shocked, but I guess I can be. Na
Shocked, why?
Kasi sinabi ni Doc, mas mahirap yung breastfeeding kaysa sa delivery. That's the easy part, quote unquote. Yan yung
Easy
sinabi mo.
part.
Oh,
I'm
that's
trying
the
to
easy
think of
part.
my experience kasi nahirapan ako nung labor and delivery ko.
Oh, napaisip ka,
Trying
diba?
to compare.
No, but then
But-
yeah. No, the reason why I also want to bring that up is because you also mentioned the role of the husband there. Some people, or at least maybe some husbands, again, wala pa akong anak, I think. When you take a look at the role of yung husband in ensuring that, kasi it doesn't feel like it's just a physical exertion. It also feels like it's mental and psychological.
Yes,
So
it
how can
is,
the
and
husband
emotional.
provide that type of support?
So, well, as I mentioned, for the physical part, that's when the husband helps when he gets the baby to do the burping and lets the mother rest, right? So other forms of support would be, number one, never question your wife's milk output. You know, I have some patients, and they come to me and say, my husband is asking me if I'm making enough milk. So that's a no-no, because that already plants seeds of doubt in the mother's head. So instead of doing that, encourage the mother instead. Ask her what she wants. What can I do to make you feel more comfortable? Do you need anything? Prepare her meal, or take care of the household while she is focused on the baby. That would also help.
Doc, just in case we have, viewers who are nursing moms watching us right now, what are practical tips that you can give, especially do sa mga wala nga masyadong ma-produce na milk, diba? What are the things that they can do or consume, diba?
Okay, so number one, it's very, very rare that a mother would lack milk. So breastfeeding is there's a demand and supply rule in breastfeeding. So in order for you to increase your milk supply, do unlimited latching. So every time that the baby would want or seem like the baby would want to latch, just put the baby next to the breast and see if it will latch. The trick is complete emptying of the breast. That's why maganda talaga ang direct breastfeeding, because with direct breastfeeding, I'm not saying pumping is less than that. It's just that with direct breastfeeding, there is the negative energy. So if you can imagine the baby on the breast, there's the negative pressure of sucking, and there's also a positive pressure of the tongue massaging the breast. So it's complete emptying of the breast. And when the breast is completely emptied, it signals the brain to produce more milk.
Okay.
So that's how you can really increase your breast milk. So that's one, supply and demand. Second, keep yourself hydrated. So it's really consuming about 4 liters of water a day. That
Okay.
much.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I don't. I mean, there's no specific fluid, water is fine. Some would recommend buko juice.
Oh, yung iba nga,
but as long
malunggay.
as- malunggay,
And ano,
well, we'll get to that. That one
Okay.
naman are galactagogues. So hydration is very, very important.
okay.
Number 3, well-balanced diet. So you cannot make milk if you do not have the calories to make or the energy
Yeah.
to make it. So well-balanced meals is very important. I think I also want to take this opportunity to stress that protein intake is very important when you're breastfeeding. Some moms, they feel that because there's some degree of muscle wasting when you breastfeed. So make sure that you take enough protein.
Yeah.
Okay.
And lastly, we go to the galactagogues.
Yes.
So malunggay is a good supplement. So galactagogues are supplements that can help encourage you to produce more milk. So the most popular one is malunggay,
Yeah.
and it has a lot of calcium, and it can really increase milk production. So there are also other supplements
yeah.
in the market, but I'd like to warn some others that not all galactagogues will work for you. Please consult your doctor before you take
Yes.
these galactagogues, because it can thicken. Some galactagogues can thicken the milk so much that can lead to clogged milk ducts.
Really?
Okay.
Wow,
Yes.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
All right, Doc, I'm sorry, but we have to wrap things up. Ako,
Yeah.
nag-notes na ako dito. Do not question breast milk production.
Yeah, don't.
Oo. Noted.
At least meron kang guide,
May
diba?
guide na ako.
Doc, very, very quickly, because we really have to wrap things up. We always ask this to our guests. This show is called Beautiful Day. What makes your day beautiful?
What makes my day beautiful? Happy nursing moms and happy babies.
Ayun.
Thank you
Breastfeeding
so much
Awareness
for
Month.
joining us today, Dr. Mikaela Erlinda Bucu. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anne. Thank you, Paula.
Thank you so much once again.